Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. The Media Coalition has, on First Amendment grounds, demanded an immediate setting aside of the Non-Dissemination Order, aka the gag order, which has been in effect in one form or another since January 3rd, 2023, when the defense and the state entered into a stipulation and agreement asking for a gag order to be entered in the case. It was on January 3rd, 2023. It was amended twice since that time, and there have been efforts by both the Gonsalves family, Kaylee's family, and also the media to set it aside, to amend it, to clarify it. All efforts to vacate the gag order have been unfruitful. The difference this time in the argument is that whereas the state and the defense have raised Sixth Amendment to the United States Constitution as grounds to have this non-dissemination order, in addition to the virtual mountain of documents that both sides have filed in the case under seal, that remain under seal, the reason given for a fair trial by jury does not exist anymore, because once Mr. Kohberger pled guilty, as he did on July 2nd, the jury trial was vacated and canceled. Although the public was only privy to the media's substance of what they were arguing, to the two declarations in support of their argument for a hearing and an immediate setting aside of the gag order, plus their Memorandum of Law on July 9th, when those documents were filed on the public record, the state of Idaho and the defense have been on notice of everything stated here because they were served with copies of the filings from the media when they were filed and served by the media's attorney, Wendy Olson, back on the 3rd of July. So what is expected to happen next? Two things. First, the media has asked for a hearing to be scheduled. It has not been scheduled as of yesterday, July 9th, 2025, as a review of the case summary page tells us. The other matter is the matter of a response from the state and from the defense. Although both have been on notice of the media's position for a week now, there is no response on the docket as of yet. As the state opposed the setting aside of the gag order when the matter was raised at the change of plea hearing by Judge Stephen J. Hippler on the 2nd of July, we anticipate that the state will be filing an opposition. The difference here now is that they will need to cite legal authority, countering the legal authority that the Media Coalition has set forth, which is the First Amendment now supersedes any Sixth Amendment argument that this gag order should remain in effect and should have remained in effect for any time after Mr. Kohberger pled guilty. As the defense, who drafted the initial non-dissemination order, did not object, they have in effect agreed that the gag order should remain in place. And so we're anticipating that their response to the media's motion will also object to a setting aside of the gag order. Finally, there is the third filing in what's known as the briefings, the reply. It goes motion, response, reply. We anticipate that the media will file a reply in response to the responses by the state and defense opposing the setting aside of the gag order. We are monitoring the docket for these events to occur. If and when they do, we will, of course, notify you. This will now conclude this episode of the Indie Zone. Thank you for joining us today.